Hello everybody, and welcome back to episode number 5 of Home of the Braves, the series where I try to take the Atlanta Braves to the postseason and potentially a World Series. In the last episode, we left off with the Braves still several games below 500. We had just finished the first-year player draft, and now we are a little bit further ahead in the season at the All-Star game. The reason why I wanted to stop here and show you guys some gameplay is because of the fact that the All-Star game has some new features this season, and I just want to test them out and see what they look like. So one of the new features of Out of the Park Baseball 21 is being able to attend the All-Star Prospects game as well as the Home Run Derby, and the way that you do that is just clicking on the exclamation mark with the MLB drop-down menu, and all you have to do is click on the All-Star Prospects game just like so, and it will take you to the All-Star Prospects menu. The All-Star Prospects game is made up of prospects from every major league club. The caveat is that these players actually haven't completed a game in the MLB, so basically it's just all these players that haven't quite cracked the MLB lineup and are therefore on display for the MLB to see before they've actually got into the major leagues. What's important to take in from these games is basically just the players that are attending. So the game itself doesn't really matter. I don't really know what the appetite of being able to attend the game would be from the fan base. I mean, I don't really have any interest in watching this game, but at least it gives you an idea of sort of how these players perform and what they can do on the big league stage, essentially, with a lot of fans watching them. So that's sort of how you can treat this game when watching it. Maybe it's cool because you've got a couple prospects in there that you're interested in seeing just how they do in front of a large crowd, or you know, maybe it's your first glimpse of them in a game setting, and that's sort of the point, I believe, of this game. So that's sort of what we'll do here. We'll just sim it towards the 8th inning to see what happens. And if it's a close game, which it is, 2-1 for the NL, then maybe we'll watch through and just sort of see what happens in the prospects game here. The first batter for the American League goes with a base hit to left field. And now there's a bunt on to advance the runner to second. So an opportunity for the American League to tie things up here in the bottom of the 8th inning. The pitch, and it looks like it's a walk. So 2 on, 1 out. Bottom of the 8th, and hit back up the middle, and that's going to score the runner. Yes, it will. So a tie game, bottom of the 8th, and just like that, it's an exciting game. Maybe the reason that Out of the Park made this little addition to Out of the Park Baseball. We'll see. The American League with an opportunity to go ahead, and that's just a dribbler to the second baseman for the out. So we go to the top of the 9th, 2-2. A game-tying single from the American League. And now we'll see if the NL can respond. And is he safe? He is. Infield single there, just a little dribbler. And that's a line out to shortstop. And that looks like a bomb to left center field, and it's out of there. And Amaya looks like he has a 2-run homer in the top of the 9th to put the National League ahead in the prospects game, and that's hammered out to right center, and that one's gone. Back-to-back home runs for the future All-Stars of the National League, and just like that, 5-2 game. That's probably going to be the ball game. I don't think the American League will be able to come back in the bottom of the 9th, but you never know. The excitement of Out of the Park Baseball, it really has me at the edge of my seat here. So that will be the half inning right there. We now go to the bottom of the 9th. Let's see what can happen here with the American League up to bat. And we got a 2-2 count here and a strikeout. So there's the first one down. And it is the bottom of the order here for the American League. They're probably not going to be able to claw their way back in. There is a soft hit ball to the first baseman for the out. And 2 out for the American League. And this is the last chance here. And a strikeout. So there we go. National League wins. That's sort of what the All-Star Prospects game looks like. Kind of interesting, I suppose. Let's go to the Home Run Challenge, because that's another new feature of Out of the Park Baseball 21. So 4 minutes. I don't know if I actually, like, here's the thing. I don't play out of the park baseball for the in-game action. The graphics are just like what you'd see on a Game Boy in the late 90s, so like early 2000s. So it's like no one is really watching for that reason. And here we have a home run challenge that's basically just showcasing the graphics. So I mean, I don't know how many people will actually be interested in watching this. This is primarily a management focused game where you're just trying to get through the season as quick as possible and get towards the postseason. And this is one of those things that does add, you know, who knows how long. Let's see if there is, so the round length, I don't know if I actually have to sit through all 4 minutes of it. I'm scared that I do, to be honest. So I'm just going to go round length 1 minute. And the pitch speed, difficulty, I don't know what all that has as far as impacting me as a viewer. Ball size small, player size 100, 3D animation speed. Let's go very fast, and let's see what this looks like. Can I change the camera view? Okay, I'm just gonna let's see, camera view. Oh, I can. Okay, game options. Is there something? Create. Oh yeah. So I want to go super fast here. And camera view. Okay. So yeah, something is like wrong with this. I don't really know. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if it's glitched. It could be me, but no. Let's just sim it. Oh, now we really, so this is my first time trying to play through this, and I know this is a new feature, but something seems wrong. So I mean, this could be me, but it very well could be the game. So I'm just gonna exit this. I'm not really that interested in it anyways, but if you have a better experience, let me know in the comments down below, because I'm not that interested in that feature as is. It's a feature that's sort of like just an Easter egg. Like I'm sure that there are some younger players that are interested in the home run derby. I'm not personally. I don't really care for it in the real MLB. I don't watch it in the real MLB unless there's something awesome that happens, like Pete Alonso and Vlad Guerrero last season. That was fun to watch, but I mean, I just watch the highlights. It's one of those things that it just, you know, it's individual skill on showcase, which can be awesome for the players and their personality, but in a game like this where it doesn't really showcase that, at least at this point, to me it just kind of seems like extra filler. And it's cool that they do offer that as an option, but as you can see, maybe it hasn't been fully fleshed out, because I was able to glitch it within 2 or 3 minutes of me trying to get it going. So not for everybody, not for me, and that's probably gonna be the only time that I do go ahead and play that. So okay guys, sorry that was sort of disappointing, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. There's not much I can do when there's a glitch with one of the new features of OOTP. So back to our team, which is the more pressing thing for this episode. As you can see, we're back up to 500. We're still 7.5 games back and in 4th place, so not much has changed in that respect. But 48-48 isn't so bad. I actually, at one point, was 48-42. I've now lost 6 straight. So the team is at least competing now, and I've gone through and basically been micromanaging over the past couple of games, and obviously had to do that because the team was underperforming. But if we look at the standings, we're not actually that far off. Our division is extremely tough. That's the number one problem that we're facing, is that the Mets, Phillies, and Nationals are all very competitive. They're all within a game and a half of each other. And as you can see, our last 10 is 1-9. Like, we, at one point, we're up a considerable amount. We lost 8 straight. I thought we had lost 6 straight. We've actually lost 8 straight. And that has put us into a little bit of a funk, because as you can tell, that's a huge slide for us, and we're even 7 games back from the wild card. So we are still hoping that we can. It's only the All-Star game. I'm not panicking yet. I'm still hoping that I can become competitive. But if you look up and down the roster, we've got some problems. So our number one problem right now is Cole Hamels. The man is 36 years old. He's throwing 4.93. His ERA plus is 89. He's making 18 mil a year. The problem is that he's gonna probably not take a demotion. Like, he won't be demoted. He's too old. And it's also impossible to trade him. I mean, I guess the option would be to shop him around and retain like 100% of his contract. Let's try that. See if anybody will take him. Basically getting a starting pitcher for free. And even for free, I'm not even sure if I'll get any value back. Osuna. I mean, just look up and down this list. Like, you're not getting anything back, and I'm giving him away. So that just kind of shows what his value is right now. If I take 100% of his salary, there's still essentially nobody being offered to me of any value, which is, I mean, nobody wants him. He's throwing basically 6 runs per game per 9 innings, and he's making way too much money. He's on an expiring contract. I just don't know who would be interested. So the reason why I'm shopping him and trying to give him away for free is because of the fact that I have Max Fried coming off the IL, the DL, and I need a space in my rotation to stick Max Fried back into there. And I'm not really, like, this is my weakest link essentially. So maybe I trade him for like someone like this, like a relief pitcher, middle of the pack, probably never going to play on my major league team, but at least then I'm just giving away for something. Same thing, Brett Kennedy here. Someone on a minor league contract. Ooh, Dylan Cousins. Okay, this isn't terrible, I guess. It's not the end of the world. He's basically maxed out for his contact. Decent home run power and eye. It's strange that he is so low on avoids K but has a good eye. I mean, how does that work? I guess he just doesn't make contact. So the guy down in AAA has 20 home runs, batting .210. I mean, I guess it's better than nothing. Let's see again. Anytime that I'm making a trade, I'm obviously going to try to take a prospect off them as well. Let's see if there's any interest. Of course not. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any interest in any of these prospects at all. He's not pleased with anything that I'm throwing up there. Let's see. Oh, okay, so this guy, Taylor Walls. Good leadership skills, well respected by his teammates, good speed, can play second, actually is better at playing second and short. He's currently listed as a shortstop. It's one of these funny things. OOTP kind of does this funny thing where if a player is being used as a shortstop, for instance, and his potential is 47, his overall is 41, but he's got a better rating at second base, like this is 13 points in difference between the two position ranks. So if you move him from shortstop and you switch his position, you override what he's sort of listed as right here into second base. Sometimes the overall goes up to like 43 or 44 and the potential would go up to like 50, 51, 52. I believe there actually is a way to see what his ratings look like at a certain position, but I'm not sure if he actually needs to be on your team or if you can do that when he's on a different team. I just forget how to do this. There is a way to do it, I'm almost sure, but I just don't exactly know what I need to do. He might need to be on my team in order for me to actually check that. But I mean, that's a decent trade right there to get back some value. Like Dylan Cousins, I'm not sure if he ever plays for my team. Same thing with Taylor Walls, but to just get something back when I'm paying 18 mil for half a season on a guy that I'm not using. Let's see if I can even, yeah, they need it to be. Okay, so if I do that, do I have a player in my roster that they're interested in? Here's someone. Let's go with him. Mitch Stallings. Throw Mitch Stallings in there like so. And we'll just take that because I do need Max Fried back in the lineup here. Let's see. Rosters, injured list, Max Fried, and that should put us in a position. Kyle Wright is also another starting pitcher that I have. He's currently playing as a relief pitcher. There's only one other player that is a little bit questionable on my lineup, and that's Darren O'Day. Darren O'Day still has 2 years left on his contract. Next year is a team option. If I can't dump Darren O'Day, I'm going to take the team option because he's pitching almost 6 on the ERA. Someone that I'd be really interested in getting rid of. Those are the guys that kind of just hurt your team when you're trying to make a push. And there's not a whole lot being offered back. Here's somebody. Okay, I might do this. Tony Watson. 1 year left on the contract. Similar age. Similar salary. But his ERA plus is 287. This guy's having a phenomenal year. I mean, it probably won't last, but let's just do that. He's having a great year. Sometimes it's worth getting those guys that are a little bit hot onto your squad. He was playing for San Fran. Where is he? Tony Watson. Yep, they'll take it. And let's see if we can grab someone else too while we're at it. Another right fielder maybe? No. Center fielder. Okay, let's see. Jamie Callahan maybe? Okay, yeah, might as well. If you can get another guy in there for free, might as well do it. Okay, so there we go. We've made the trade there as well. And we'll put Tony Watson on the main roster there. So that just improves us a little bit. So if we look up and down our pitching staff, again, it's quite strong. Sean Newcomb has been up and down between the minors and the big leagues. Kyle Wright's actually had a more effective season for me, and I'm tempted to send Newcomb down so that Wright will be the starting pitcher. But let's see what else we have here. Camargo has been out, and Austin Riley's been taking a spot, and Austin Riley's not really had a great couple weeks, which is at least factoring into the reason that we're losing. Darno is back though, so I have to put Darno back into the lineup. Evan Gattis was batting about 460 for me a few games ago, but ever since he started filling in. The problem is that he's only got 15 defense, so that is definitely contributing to some of the pitching problems that I'm having. As you can see, Freddie Freeman is batting 270 with almost 20 dingers. And I've said a couple episodes in a row, I really am not looking forward to opening up this guy's contract page. And I finally did, and look at what this guy wants. He wants a contract until he's 40 years old, making 30 plus mil a year, which is exactly why I was afraid to open up this contract page. I'm going to try to figure out a way to re-sign Freddie Freeman. I'll put a poll up in the video on the top right hand side in the corner there. Let me know if you think I should be re-signing Freddie Freeman. I know it's an owner goal, and I don't have any premium first base prospects lined up, but like, paying a man until he's 40 years old, 30 mil a season, when his batting is already starting to drop year by year, I don't know. That's not really my strategy. So we'll see. We'll see how that sort of pans out. But as you can see up and down the lineup, I've had some pretty decent performances from players. Ronald Acuna is still kind of disappointing, but in his stead, Nick Markakis is playing out in right field and is batting 309. So you know it's a contract year for him because he's batting so well. And to be honest, I'm not that displeased with my squad. Ozzie Albies and Ronald Acuna Jr. have been killing me all season, and Freddie Freeman is just slightly underperforming. He's still been more than serviceable. He's like, what I would call him is like a serviceable superstar. Like, he's supposed to be one of the best players in the game. Is he performing at that level right now? No, but he's still performing well above average. His OPS plus is 123, so it's like not the end of the world, but you'd hope that he'd be performing better. Ozzie Albies, this guy is supposed to be one of the top players in the game. His OPS plus is 88. Ronald Acuna Jr., he's also supposed to be one of the top players in the game. He's just above average, 105. His WAR is only 1.1, and that's coming from a 4.2 the year of 2018 and a 5.2 WAR in 2019. So He's not going to get anywhere near that at this pace, but you never know. He might turn it around towards the end of the season. We still have the second half of the year to go, and we still are going to fight tooth and nail to try to get back into the playoff positions. The next time I'll see you guys will be the trading deadline in just over a month's time, about a month and a half's time, on August 31st. Until then, guys, make sure you drop a like on this video if you've enjoyed it and you've made it this far. Subscribe to Millennial Gaming in order to catch the next episode of Home of the Braves. And until then, take care.